For this episode, you can wait until the Surgeon General posts a warning, or wait until the movie comes out. Welcome back to Nephilim Entertainment. I'm your host, Metron and you are watching my coverage of Young Sheldon, and we are now at episode 9, Spock, Kirk, and Testicular Hernia. Ouch. Alright, so Sheldon's watching Star Trek with Meemaw. All nice and cute. Reminds me when I used to watch Star Trek with my grandpa. Nowadays, it's watching CBS TV shows and making YouTube videos. Anyway, Sheldon's finding a lot of similarities between him and Kirk. Him and Spock. He feels that Spock is naturally talented and ashamed of his human side, much like he is. Ouch, thanks. Speaking as a human, I find that a little offensive. But anyway, and Meemaw, our fast-talking little shyster of a woman, talks about how she likes Kirk just for the way William Shatner talked. I guess even back when it was first airing, people were already starting to make fun of William Shatner, so oh well. Well, George Sr. poses a little task for Sheldon. It's to help tutor Georgie in math. First of all, Georgie, not the sharpest tool in the shed. But if he doesn't pass, he won't get to play football. So Meemaw teaches Sheldon something very fundamental. Yeah, bargain for tasks that are presented to you that you feel like you're not qualified for or is very daunting. So Sheldon learns the whole trick of haggling. And I have to say, Meemaw's good at it. Sheldon has a lot to learn. But he does say something, because after it's all said and done, especially whenever Sheldon has Georgie close his eyes and they picture variables and quadrilaterals, or at least Sheldon does. Georgie, of course, is your typical young boy, and he pictures girls. Yeah, me and Georgie would get along great, apparently. So Sheldon learns that it ain't worth 20, up at the 40. Always a safe bet. But time for Georgie's test. Sheldon's worried and feeling kind of guilty, which is unusual for Sheldon, that Georgie may not pass. He may actually fail. Come the next day, Sheldon is handing out the test. The results are Georgie got a solid B. What? Yeah, Georgie passed with a B. He can't believe it, and neither can the teacher. So Sheldon thinks that he might have an aptitude for test taking. Hey, Georgie may actually have soaked up some of the information that Sheldon shared. No, because Kim done ratted out Georgie. Yeah, apparently Georgie cheated. How and why? Well, the why is obvious. He wants to play football, but how? Yeah, he wrote the answers on the bottom of his shoe. So Sheldon, of course, he's going to go Black Ops. He's going to get to the bottom of this, quite literally. And he discovers that his brother, in fact, did cheat. Shame on you, Georgie. Shame on you. You should have felt like the rest of us. You should have took that F with pride, or like a badge, while you sit on the side and watch everybody else play football. Yeah, I don't blame him. Don't blame him. But Sheldon is a little shocked and mortified by this. My brother cheated? Oh no, what did I do? Meemaw even tells him, some people actually live their life flying by the seat of their pants and shirking the rules. So, in other words, Georgie and Meemaw are both Kirks. Sheldon is a Spock. So, Sheldon wants to know, can a Spock be a Kirk? That's actually a good question, a good poll later on. So, with that, he talks to Meemaw and finds out that there is a possibility that Spock's at some point could be Kirk's. How and why? Who knows? So Sheldon actually does a little bit of research. He goes and talks to his brother Georgie. Finds out, hey, how did you do it? How did you get past it? I have to honestly say, I thought Sheldon was going to be a little sneaky sneak and actually have somebody listening in on his and Georgie conversation and then bust him like, aha, you cheated. I'm telling the principal. You're off the football team. What is wrong with you? Bad Georgie. No, he actually legitimately was learning to know how to lie and how to cheat. So like he too can be a Kirk. Okay. So what does he use his newfound knowledge for? To get out of gym class. Yeah. Apparently Sheldon's not too big on doing setups and push-ups and being physically active in any way. It's actually a smart plan. Yeah, he forges his mother's name and writes a note to gym class about how he had a testicular hernia. And in other words, he pulled his boys and he ain't gonna be able to do no extracurricular activities for 6 months. And how does he spend it? In the library. Dude, you just went from hey to what? Like in 2 seconds. So he's such a rebel too. He checked out books at the library without getting them stamped. Yeah, he's a rebel. But he always took them back on time. He wasn't a lunatic. So, and I will applaud him. He actually outfoxed Missy. He walks in with a shovel, tells her that he was looking for treasure, found 75 cents out there, and Missy's like, really? Goes and digs in the backyard. Wow, Sheldon, you are a maniac, dude. What? Yeah. He convinces his sister that. So it's all looking good for Sheldon. He's actually got the pearl of the world. The world is his oyster. So what happens? Well, he gets busted. He gets busted because the one thing he didn't take in consideration that his PE coach would talk to his dad, who is the coach of the football team. Dude, you should have thought of that. If you're going to tell a lie, make sure your father doesn't find out. Or, better yet, cover so your dad will not find out. But George actually is happy by the fact. He says, and I quote, I can't help but being proud. Once in a while, he reminds me he's my son. Not probably paraphrasing that, but he's proud. He's actually proud of Sheldon. I'm proud of him too. Where he does not get these traits, it does make sense though later on in the Big Bang Theory of how Sheldon wants to have such layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer when he tells a lie. He got busted, so now he tries to make sure he doesn't just cover his tracks, he covers the tracks to cover the track to cover the tracks. So, in essence, Sheldon learned that you gotta make your lives well-rounded. And he also got busted too because apparently when Missy dug up all Meemaw's backyard and Meemaw ends up getting hurt the last episode, Sheldon crossed the line. You heard girl Meemaw? There's gonna be consequences. Alright, up next for young Sheldon. It won't be coming back on for 2 weeks because of the holidays. So there's not really much to go on with the whole season for next year. Basically, all we have is a title, which is an Indian feather, a string bean, and an Eskimo. The eagle feather, I'm guessing, is Indian. That's my guess. A string bean, most people might think food. I'm thinking maybe a scrawny kid, which is what Sheldon is. Brawny, Stream, yeah. And Eskimo, Klondike? I don't know. I mean, honestly, these titles are not necessarily meant to just be like, oh, I know what's going to happen next episode. So it's kind of interesting how they pick the titles. It's almost as if Sheldon Cooper himself picked them out. They're very vague, but yet they require you to think. Who wants to think when you're watching a TV show? I don't. But that's going to do a wrap for me. I may have asked the question during the video, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it again. And this time, there it is. Are you more of a Spock or a Kirk? Do you live by the rules and hope that following the rules in your life would actually grant you fruition? Or are you a Kirk and you just fly by the seat of your pants? Held to the rules, held to society, you just do what you think. And you act on thinking, which isn't very much. What do you think? Let me know up here. But it's going to do it for me. Be sure to give me a big thumbs up at the end of the video and subscribe to my page for more content. Stay tuned to the video for more content. But I am Metron URL, and you're watching Nephilim Entertainment. To all you daydreamers and creators out there, keep your heads in the clouds. Merry Christmas.